Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prince John Internet TV. Today, we study the logic of love. Dealing with previous pain that's subconscious in before relationships, writing down a relationship history and analyzing it and seeing if you're following that same pattern of negative pattern and you're continuing it into the future. Um, you don't want to bring it to your future relationship and hurt the person. And make sure that the entire marriage, similar to the wedding, is planned out. All right. So instead of rudely accusing a person of lying, how about encouraging them to be honest? It's just it's a change of words. That's all it's necessary to enter into a loving perspective. Uh, what I'm looking for is not out there, it's all within me. So I need to create it for myself, and that way I can share it with somebody equal. The person should be equal to me, I believe, not more or less. Basically, life and dating is about attracting another person. So, who am I? And am I am I saying goodbye to the people I need to say goodbye to, and creating space? You need to create some room, like a vacuum, so that way it's like a magnetically is receptive to the new thing. Um, instead of thinking you're meeting a prospective husband or wife, imagine you're just meeting a new friend. I believe it takes tough love to find true love. And so be honest with yourself and be serious. Like, instead of telling a person that you like them or what you like about them via email, tell them what you're looking for, and then it's easy to say. It's easy if it's not the person. It'll be obvious if you. Okay, so, and try to be angry or critical only via email. Basically, not in person. So that way you have time to reflect, and you don't turn the person off. You just deal with your own anger. Escape before being angry. Uh, it's all about responsibility here. So let's use our energy to focus on our work and prepare for our spouse. I think if we don't have a specific desire and will and goal, I think desire naturally, our feelings, we want to be with, somebody special for the rest of our lives. Um, but make sure that you have that in your mind, so that way somebody won't inflict their will upon you. It may be exciting to feel desired, but if it's not a mutual thing, or logically based, or you be comfortable telling everyone about the relationship, then you can only describe it as lust.
Hey, bro. 10 minutes, huh?
Okay. Who am I attracted to? Good question. Now, the real truth deals with meaningful sharing. And instead of thinking things as dark, maybe think of them as complex and unexplained, because once we can explain things and communicate, etc., then we can create a realm of peace. Um, look out for people who contradict what they say. In other words, lie. Uh, what else here? Okay. Uh, you want to have somebody with a similar sex drive. You can take a deep breath while I'm pausing here. Just contemplate what I'm saying. Try and apply it as quickly as you can to your life so that you don't have to look the video over and so on. I think it's not that men and women are better or worse at any given job. I think it's that they simply function better when they're with their own kind, because they have a different mindset, or I mean different mental makeup. We what else? Write down some of your fears. You may not be realizing it, but you have like a fear associated with, like for example, I have a fear associated with making money and financial things. So just maybe talk to somebody if that's good at it. We got to do it together. That's the most beautiful thing about life. You can't do it alone. Even though sometimes it's, I mean, I think I can. What else? Anything else here? I think it's good to let a relationship develop for 3 to 6 months before intimacy. And some relationships are a result of having no financial stability or family. So the hope is that the mate will fulfill all these roles, but I think that's going into a relationship, again, like I said earlier, with problems that you have to organize and deal with. Remember to be around youth and elders so you can really have a perspective of what a relationship would be like in real life instead of trying to imagine it in your head. Don't mix up a brotherly or sisterly connection and platonic relationship with a romantic relationship, or with a relationship that is simply a request for charity for your basic needs to be met. Try and separate those. And you can ask reasons why you're talking to people. Which one of those three are you trying to fulfill? I think that saving the world is comparable to controlling people. And it's an irresponsible concept. And rather, we can save ourselves. And let's not have a mindset of saying that, quote-unquote, God wants me to do it. That's an extreme version of Christian philosophy, and I think it's irresponsible. Don't agree to date a particular person that you don't like, such as an unhealthy person, because they're not prepared. They're not full. They should be at 100% before entering into the relationship. Blah blah blah. Okay, what else? If angry, I think it's important that I say it's my fault, and then deal with it from there. So, for instance, if you're upset at somebody, say maybe you allowed them into your space. And same thing with previous relationships. You allowed the relationship to perpetuate. The concept of being rejected by somebody, such as a parent, and that it might be damaging, I believe is only true on the basis that you believe that this person is a parent. For example, if I have a disagreeable I find disagreement with my legal mother, for example, which I do, by the way, I I basically refer to her as Mrs. instead of mother, which is like a possessive term. Um, and that, thanks. And what else? Don't attack groups of people. Attack individuals if necessary. Um, give you an example. I will give you an example. The example is this. Say I talked about this in a previous video, but last but not least, check this out. You can pause it and then, okay, thanks for being here with me. Take care, guys.